Hello and welcome along. In this mod spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at the recently released Kuhn DLC for Farming Simulator 17. This is a set of 18 different pieces of equipment, all from the brand, all from the Kuhn brand. We will do a brief overview and then we will give a little tryout with each piece of equipment. Just give you a brief overview of what's available and how it works. We're going to start with, we're going to start on this side and work our way around. We may chop and change a little bit, but generally we're going to give an overview of all 18 pieces of equipment. It is a wonderfully big DLC, especially for the price, and yeah, I'm impressed by what I've seen so far. So let's have a look at the various pieces you get. So here you have a PF 1500 front spray tank. So this holds an extra tank for fertilizer. You have a planter 3 seeder. You have a Deltis 1302 sprayer, so this is a rear-mounted sprayer. You have a GF 8702 tedder, an Axis 40.2 spreader, so this is a solid fertilizer spreader, a GMD 4411 mower, an SW 4014 bale wrapper, and this handles both square and round bales. You have a Metris 4102 trailed sprayer, an Espro 3000 direct seeder, an FBP 3135 IntelliWrap baler. So this wraps bales. It's a round baler that also wraps bales as well. A Mergemax 902 windrower. A BTF 4000 seeder. This is, it's written down here, an HR 4004 cultivator, and an Occultist Soil DC 401 subsoiler, basically. That is a cultivator that also sets the plough setting, so it's sort of a mix between a cultivator and a plough. A TF 1500 seed tank. These four together make a seeding system, which is fantastic. If you may have seen the videos that Giants put out for a preview, and I'm looking forward to trying that out. I think that's going to be a wonderful system to use. A Performer 4000 cultivator, an LSB 1290D square baler, and a Discolander XM cultivator, but I think it's also a fertilizer or a seeder. I haven't tried it out yet, so yeah, we'll have a look at that bit in a bit more detail, but I think it may be a fertilizer or a seeder as well, which will be fantastic. So those are our 18 pieces of equipment. What we'll do is we will start off with our sprayers. We'll have a look at our sprayers and our spreaders. We will jump in the T5 first. So we've got 3 New Holland tractors that we're going to be using for demonstrating this. A T5, a T6 and a T7. They are all the lowest spec of each. But then they're not so important as the equipment we're trying out. So we will get the sprayer first, and we will take that over to field 12 so that you can have a look at how this sprayer works. Oh, we do not want the tedder. We want the sprayer. There we go. There we go. So we'll go fill this up. We have a filling station over this way. Need to get close enough. There we go. So fill that one up. And then fill our front one up as well. So yeah, you do have to select them separately to fill them. And then once we've filled them up, let's go and have a look at how this works. So we'll head over here to field 12, which is cultivated but not fertilized. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Oh, the wrong thing selected, I should say. Let's reattach that. There we go. Right, so that is the animation to unfold the sprayer, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I really love the look of that. We'll have a closer look at it in detail when we fold it up again. But if we turn the sprayer on, nice animation on the spray, and yeah, just looks and performs brilliantly. So I'm liking that very much. So we'll turn that off again, and fold it up, and you can see the animation of it folding up. Comes nicely up high above the tractor, and then folds back down. Holds 28,000 litres, the combination between 2,800 litres, the combination of these two. Work really well together, and I'm really liking this. That is a great start. That. So we'll now move on. We'll just drop this here. And we need to put on the front weight. So drop that there, and we'll pop round here and grab the front weight we have, and get the spreader on. Next. So yeah, there is a lot of equipment here. An awful lot of equipment. And away we go. So we'll go and fill this up from the solid fertilizer. Again, looks good. I'm liking that. We can have a quick peek inside. Nicely modelled in there. Filling that up. You can see the fill level going up quite nicely. So we won't fill it up to the top because we don't need to. If we drive away, there we go. And it doesn't automatically close. Now this, I believe, is a new feature of, not of this DLC, but of the patch that came out today. So pressing N closes that. And then, if we turn it on, good spread, good width on that. About the same as our sprayer, I think. But yeah, I like that. That's a nice spread at that. Works very well. So that is the Axis 40.2. So we're just basically just going to go through all of this equipment, having a go with this. So next up, we will have a look with... Oh. We will have a look at our planter here. So this is... What did I say this was? This is the planter 3. It is quite a heavy planter. This tractor will handle this quite easily, but yes, you need a good weight on the front, otherwise you will not be able to steer this tractor at all. We will fill up. It takes so this takes both solid fertilizer here and seed, so it will fertilize as you seed as well. The seeds you can have in it, so you've got sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and oilseed radish. So we're going to do sunflowers just for this demonstration. Again, you have to unfold it first. Turn it on normally. And away you go. And there we are. Now, it's not giving me the fertilized icon, the fertilized texture here, I don't think. But that may be because I don't have 3-stage fertilizing set on this map. And it is doing the fertilizing, because if we go and have a look at the map, you'll be able to see that we have fertilized along the edge of our blue bit here. So if I continue on, you will see when we return to that, that it has continued to fertilize beyond there. So it is fertilizing at the same time. We will now pick that up and take that back. So that's fantastic. I like that. It's a good solid little little seed of that. And yeah, doesn't take a huge amount of power. As you can see, it can run with the T5. We are going to leave the T5 for a moment. Turn that off, and switch to our T6, so that we can go and try out the large, or the sprayer, which is our next item. So slowly working our way through this. So this, what I like about this is this automatically has the care wheels on it. It's not an option. They are on here, which is something that the current trail sprayer in game doesn't have. We will drive between these two here. Now this does take liquid fertilizer. We will fill it up a little bit, and again, unfold it. So nice looking, that is. Huge width on that. Absolutely massive. And you can see actually, yeah, because we've only got one step fertilizing on it, it's not changing the fertilizing texture on where we've planted. But that is a fantastic reach on that. Wow. So fold that up again. Yeah, I like that. That is a nice sprayer. That is very nice sprayer. Right, and then the last bit of this sort of section, or we're going to do that on the spraying and the cultivating bit for this. is this seeder here. This being the... oh, I can't read that from there. Espro 3000. Which has dropped through the floor, unfortunately. I will come back to that. It has dropped through the floor of my test area, so we will come back to that. We will get the T7 now. For our next demonstration, which is probably my favourite setup in this so far. So what this can actually plant is very limited, I believe. And you need, well, you may not need all of this to run, but I would probably recommend it. I think you could probably run the cultivator and the plough setup together and still make it very useful. But to be honest, the real beauty in this set lies with this. Oh. And I think, yeah, my connector for that is on the other side. So we'll go and connect that up. So that we can have a look at this. Like so. Right, so I've put a T7 on this because I pretty much figure that all of this together is going to take quite a bit of power. And we do have a stubble field to try this on. So this, yeah, so this is taking seed in our front section. There is nowhere else to store it. With that full. So this has a capacity of 1,400, no, 1,500 I'm looking at that. Hence it being the TF 1500. We will take it over here and give the whole system a try out. I would guess selecting the first item and turning it on. Yeah, so that is our cultivator on. Oh. That is our seeder on. That does not turn on. But if I lower everything. So that lowers our, and then we lower the back one separately. And we lower the front because it has wheels. That then is doing the full whack. And you can see it's you can actually see, that's quite cool. So you can see the plough going into the cultivator, coming out of the cultivator into the seeding. That is really quite good. I really like that. So we'll put the cruise control on and then we can have a closer look. But that is fantastic. I was right though in that this does take quite a bit of power. This T7 is having a little bit of trouble controlling it. So yeah, this takes a lot of power to run this. But it does run very, very well. Yeah, I like that. So we'll take this back. And if we have a look at that on the map. No fertilizing, but it is harvested. And I think if I look at this, Yeah, the ploughing doesn't show because this field actually doesn't need ploughing by the looks of things, but it has. So it has planted very nicely, and here we have as our seed options canola. Oh, where are we? Yeah, there we go. Canola, pretty much. Because we need to turn everything off. That's why. There we go. So, canola, soybeans, and maybe that's the right. Wow, we can seed almost everything with that. That's a really good setup. I'm very impressed with that. But that does take a very powerful tractor to do all that at once. I mean, it's basically every stage except for fertilization in one go. So I can understand the need for a very powerful tractor to do that. So we will drop the bits off this. What I'm going to do is drop that off. And drop that off. Right, so next up we have our cultivator. So we will try this on the stubble field as well. And we'll try this on this side of it. So fold it out. Again, nice looking cultivator. The Performer 4000 this is. And yeah, works well. And this T7 has no problem pulling it. But I like that. That's a good cultivator. Nice looking cultivator too. But yeah, so that does work well. And we fold that back up and take that back. So the next one to look at, we are sort of leaving these things roughly all over the place as we work our way through them. Here we go. Right, so this is a planter. This is a very interesting planter by the looks of things. So I think this is the one that has the really limited setup. So it's got grass and it's got oilseed radish, and that's it. So we're gonna do the radish. And fill it up. It doesn't take an awful lot. It's quite a small tank by the looks of things. Yep. So there we go. Now this I think will be absolutely brilliant for doing the radish stage. To cultivate and plant radish at the same time is absolutely brilliant. So I'll fold it out. And down. And away we go. So do we turn it on? Yes, we do. And that does. Wow. So that is now putting oilseed radish straight in. Tractor's not struggling, so this is a good power, a good level of tractor for this, but that is working brilliantly. And the idea, and being able to cultivate and do radish at the same time, absolutely excellent. So we'll fold that back up and take that back. Yeah, I like that. That is a nice piece of equipment. Not quite, it's going to be a bit, it's a bit big for what I'm going to be using a lot of this equipment for. But, yeah, I do think that that is a very nice piece of kit. And then we're going to start looking at the grass items. So, the rest of this very much will handle a lot of our grass and livestock stuff. So, what we'll do is we'll get the mower first and cut some of the grass so we can then get the rest of it together. We want to get some, we're going to do a windrow and get a round and a square bale off. So this is a very strange mower to me. It's quite big, and yeah, just not sure about it. Let's unfold it, and we're just gonna sort of cut some of the grass around here. Have a look under here. So yeah, we got the animation for the spinning blades and everything. It looks a lot wider out the back than I think it actually comes out as. But it is working very nicely in that row. What we're going to do is we're going to head down here and do a nice big long row back and forth, so we can see it working, and so that we then can get something with our windrower as well. So let's give it a cut up here. So yeah, that is working very nicely. That. Good wide mower. So we'll pick that up, turn around, and go back the other way so that we can see our windrow in action as well. We may have to cut some more to get more than one bale out, but we'll see how we go. But that works very nicely. So we'll just park this out of the way at the moment because we do not have another use for this for now. Well, we are going to get the tedder on it in a minute, but for now we're going to switch to the T6 and get our windrower out so that we can row this up. So this is the Merge Max 902, which again I think looks like a really nice piece of equipment. It's a piece of equipment I think I will have when I am using this stuff. So we will unfold this and give this a go and have a look at this. It's a very different kind of windrower. I'm calling it a windrower. I don't know if it actually is. Right, so yeah, it takes 2 rows worth of the mower. And I wonder actually if it has different tip sides. So that's going out on the right. Let's have a look at our thing. So we don't seem to have different tip sides. That's interesting. I thought we might. No, no. That lifts. Oh, need to turn it back on. No. So, yeah, that's coming out one side, which surprises me. I thought you could change the tip side, or you can't send it out the middle. But, well, that merges very nicely, but it's an interesting piece of equipment, that. So we'll fold that back up. I think there's a little bit more investigation I need to do on that, because it looks like you should be able to do it out both sides. Right, and then we have our two balers. So I'm going to see if we can get our wrapping baler first. Now this will work, this should work with the T6. Like so. So if we turn this on, we don't seem to be able to turn off. Yeah, so we don't seem to be able to turn off the wrapper. That's interesting, and I'm wanting to have a go at it with the with some straw bales, because it must drop off the straw bales as well, surely. Now, do we have? I'm not sure we have enough grass here to get a full bale out, but we'll find out. Yes, we are. Oh. Okay, so that's unloading it. And automatically wrapping it. So there is no way. Oh, I do very much like that wrapping animation. That is fantastic. And does it unload? No, you have to unload it yourself. Which is... There we go. I like that. That's very cool. Right, the other thing we need to do, so we're going to just get our mower quickly again and go and mow another bit so that we can have a look at our other baler. And then we're going to use the square bale wrapper on it. So unfold. And turn on. There we go. So if we give this a mow down here, we can then just give our other baler a quick test. Which will be very interesting. We'll have to connect the T7 up to the other mower to give that a try. Right. So turn that off. And then I want to give that bale wrapper a try, which means we covered most of the equipment. I'm sorry that we've been unable to do that, to do the other seeder. We do have a little bit we can try on the tedder in a moment. So unfold the baler. There we go. It's a nice looking square baler, this as well. Right. And give this a try. It's got quite a wide pickup, so it should pick all of this up. But we may have to cut some more by the looks of this. Works really well. Working very nicely, this. Whoop. We'll just get a little bit more of this, just to give our baler a full test. Move this out of the way. We do have a little bit left this way. I do like this. I'm very impressed by all of this, to be honest. It is a very nice pack. Lots in it. Lots of stuff that is going to be massively useful. Really, really useful. A little bit left over here from our previous test. Just so we can get this bale out, and then we can get the wrapper onto it and have a look. I think I'm going to have a very Kuhn heavy let's play on my next one. There we go. Unload it. But that looks very nice. That does work well. Does take a lot to power this baler. Right, and then I think one of the nicest bits of this is this wrapper. Looks absolutely stunning. That's wonderful. So we will go and wrap this bale with this. Like so. Automatically picks it up and gives it a wrap. I like that very much. That looks brilliant. That looks... And then unload it. And then we have wrapped square bales. So that is about all we have time for. I am very impressed with this. We've got the Tedder and the other Cedar as well, of course. Both of those also... well, the Tedder works very much like the Tedder that's already in game. As does the Cedar. The Cedar I will be using. But I think this is brilliant. I think this is wonderful value for money. 18 different pieces of equipment. And for just over £12, it's a fantastic DLC. I highly recommend it. please go check it out. In the meantime, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this DLC Spotlight. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.